Okay, video number 2. So, in America, we've got Thanksgiving coming up. Today is Tuesday, Thanksgiving's on Thursday. Big meal day and stuff. But let's rewind. This has been on, I don't even remember what the point was that I wanted to make with this, and maybe it'll come to me as I proceed. Okay, used to be in the Navy, long time ago, this girl. Got out in, let's see, joined in 2001, got out in 2007, moved back to Wisconsin from Virginia because my ex-husband had taken off with our two kids back up here. So I came back to Wisconsin so that I could be with my kids. And when I first got up here, of course I had nowhere to go because I hadn't lived here for 6 years. And so my sister was with her fiance at the time. She's had more than one fiance, but at this time she was with this one guy, and he owned a house and in Eau Claire, and she said that we could stay with her. And so we got up here, and it was right before school started, because I know I had to rush to get Elijah into school. Doug already had Orion in school, and Kristen was still a baby. So I had to find a job and get the kids in school and get an income rolling, and then find a place to live. So, and I was extremely highly disillusioned by my training in the Navy, what it would mean for me out in the civilian world, and I was very sadly disappointed that I had spent almost 6 full years in the Navy and didn't have much to show for it in regards to actually getting a decent job, because I didn't have an actual degree. It didn't matter how much experience I had had or anything. That didn't matter. So anyways, so was it August or September I got up here? So the first month was getting the kids situated, getting a job, in which case I picked up a temporary position at, now I remember the point of this. I knew I would once I started talking. Okay, so I can't remember the name of the place anymore. Was it GSI Commerce? It was a call center. I was a customer support representative for Toys R Us and Babies R Us. So they outsourced their customer service jobs to a third party. And I was working for that third party. And it was just a temporary position because it was for the Christmas season with a potential of getting hired on. Meanwhile, I actually had applied and was going to be starting at Stout in the spring. So it was fine that it was just a temporary position because I had planned on being a full-time student with my VA student stuff. And anyways, so I was with my sister in September, and after I got a couple paychecks under my belt, I started to look for a place to live. Now, my sister had lived in many places throughout the Eau Claire, Chippewa area, so I considered her quite the expert on who were the slumlords, where were the bad neighborhoods, all that good shit, right? Like, so I was always having papers with places circled and stuff, and I was referring to my sister, being like, what about this place? What about this place? I was letting her know that I was going and viewing places. So this was like, what, I really don't remember, but this was like probably like mid-October that this was going down. Mid-October to mid-November, I was looking for a place to move to. Mind you, I hadn't lived up here for 6 years, plus I had a short job history up here because I just moved back. And my credit wasn't that great because I just went through a divorce. And so landing a place to move into was getting a little complicated. Guess what? People don't give a fuck about veterans. Okay, a lot of people do, but it's not as much as you would think. Anyways, it gets better. Just wait. So, I'm working the week before Thanksgiving. I had actually been upgraded to the escalated customer support team, where I helped with like orders that got messed up. And if an order got messed up, I was able to set it up so they could return their order and order the proper thing. I could help refund people, and all those things. So, the last day of work before Thanksgiving break, I actually was I was like the last person to leave that day, and I got into my car and I was letting it warm up, about to head back to my sister's. Mind you, I've been collecting my paychecks. There was a lot of other shit going on, but I'm just giving you the basics. And I was collecting my paychecks and looking for a place to move to. And I have voicemail. And I listened to the voicemail while the car is warming up, and it's Mom. Apparently my sister had called Mom. And Mom left me the nastiest message. Trust me, there's a lot of drama that goes on in my mom's side of the family. So anyways, this nasty ass message about how uncaring I am, and I'm living off my sister and taking advantage of her, and I need to get the fuck out of the house. She doesn't care if I go on the streets or not. What? So, well then. So I get back to the house and I proceed to pack up stuff for me and the kids. My sister doesn't talk to me at all during the process. And I leave. And I have no idea where we're gonna go. Mom just kicked me out of my sister's house. My sister didn't want me in the house. And it's right before Thanksgiving, so it's fucking cold. And due to my prior relationship, I didn't even have friends up here anymore. Like, I had lost connection to all of my friends. So, I was sitting in the Eau Claire Walmart parking lot with the kids. And I'm thinking, well, we're going to have to sleep in the parking lot and try to figure out what the fuck is going to happen tomorrow. Because what am I supposed to do, right? It was like, what, Wednesday? Before Thanksgiving. And I have bladder issues, so I need to pee a lot. And I was like, what? So I'm supposed to like just drag the kids in or leave the kids locked in the car while I go inside and pee all the time? And we're supposed to actually just sleep in this parking lot? So I ended up swallowing my pride, which you do a lot when you're a single mom, and called up my old guy friend, who was kind of boyfriend, and let him know what was happening. And he has white knight syndrome, and he was all like, you could come stay here. In fact, he wanted us just to move in. And I was all not having that because I had just gotten out of relationships where I was dependent on someone else. And I didn't want to be dependent on someone else, because when that shit don't work out, you're fucked and you're stuck. And I was tired of being stuck. And so I guess I was looking to be stuck in a different way to get myself unstuck. So I spent Thanksgiving there for the weekend. And then we went and got an emergency grant to stay in a motel for a few nights. And then we got into a homeless shelter downtown Eau Claire. So that's where we were after Thanksgiving. And I'm still working during this time. So I'm living in a fucking homeless shelter with my 3 kids before Christmas, right before Christmas, a homeless shelter, okay, with multiple other people and their families. And I'm going to work to handle escalated customers who were upset about, their orders being jacked up. And let me just tell you, this is the point, okay? This is the explanation of the point. I got this one lady on the phone. Now, at this point now, I don't remember what was wrong with the order, if some of the shit was arriving late, or if it showed up in the wrong color, or what. I honest to God don't remember. This lady had a huge order for her kids. Her kids were getting a ton of shit, okay? I'm in a homeless shelter, mind you. I'm just laying out the thing. I'm broke. I can't even imagine getting my kids anything for Christmas, especially their own bedroom, house, or time with family, because mom and sister, whoo, yay. So this lady calls, and I am right there to help her get this situation corrected as quickly as possible in the most efficient way. But she's pissed. And mind you, I wasn't the person that was down in the distribution center or whatever that was sending this stuff out. I did not mess up the order. I did not. I'm just some call person. I'm some third party call person. She's probably not aware of this. She doesn't give a shit anyways. All she wants to do is tell me what a piece of shit I am because I ruined her kid's Christmas. And I'm telling you, at that point, I wasn't even pissed at her. I was in tears. I was in freaking tears that she's gonna sit here and talk to me about how her kids' Christmas is ruined when I'm living in a homeless shelter with mine. So the point of the story is, granted, I'm way more enlightened now than I was back then, but the point of the story is to just have compassion, because you have no idea, especially if they're a stranger, you have no idea what somebody else is going through. You have no idea what they've been through. You have no idea what kind of state of mind they're in at the time of your interaction with them. You might be the only kind person they come across all day. I'm not saying it's your job to make anybody feel good, but check your energy and make sure that you're putting out what you want to have come back to you, because seriously, that was a low moment for me and to top it all off, I wasn't even allowed to leave my phone. I couldn't hang up on her. After the phone call, I couldn't just be like, I'm gonna take a break, because you had specific clock in break times and you weren't allowed to do anything outside of that, or you got in trouble. So I had to sit in that and take it and be polite, and so be kind, especially during the holidays, because you know what, there's a whole lot of suck going on, and when you think you've got suck going on, take some time to step back and evaluate how sucky your suck really is, because especially in the first world that we've got going on here, we have a skewed vision of what sucks. Peace out.